Fenway Park area. If I'm not mistaken, if I can recognize the video, that is on Beacon Street, the cross of Beacon Street, right up the road from the Landmark Center where the cinema is there at Fenway Park. Still a lot of people on the street, still only that one arrest. Of course, Angelica just showed us the videotape of a few knuckleheads, to borrow a word from Mayor Menino, acting out on the streets. But again, I think if you told police that as of 12:30 at night that there would only be one arrest, I think that they would be very happy. That is actually Kenmore Square that we're looking at. You can see the island going across Kenmore Square, and still plenty of police out there.
Right, you can actually see the lines of police barricading that area right off, and that's the difference between this week and last week. While they did do that, they were definitely standing by a lot more last week. This week, we see them going right into the crowds, moving them back, and making sure that things stay in control.
And as you look there now, I get a bit of a close-up here. You can see a lot of the people just walking on the move now, and it's hard to tell if these fans have had their fill of this night of celebration. They're starting to head back to their dorms or back to their apartments. And there you can see on the left of the screen now, police with someone in custody. They're walking him over to, it looks like a command post of some sort. They're walking him with his hands behind his back. He looks like he's going to be taken into custody. We don't know if he's under arrest at this point, if he's facing charges, or what the charges may be. We don't know what led up to that particular person being taken into custody. But a lot of people walking up Comm Ave there. That's by the Burger King in Kenmore Square. And a lot of people, but again, so far, so good. We haven't seen a lot of destruction. We haven't seen a lot of people acting out. We've seen some people acting out, and I think that's the way it is. About maybe 1% of people acting out, 99% of the people having fun.
And you can't blame the people for wanting to be down there, being all together. You do want to celebrate, and this is the way some people do it. And let's just hope it stays in control.
And we have this video now of that ambulance, and we just want to make certain that we're not showing that ambulance because we know that there's somebody in there hurt. It just happens to be an ambulance that's passing through the area there.
And we will definitely keep tabs on that all night long here. Well, in case you forgot, the Red Sox swept the Cardinals. We are now World Series champions, and how sweet it still is.
Let's head down to St. Louis now and get some sound from the locker room after the big win.
They're the Red Sox fans. They've waited a long time for this.
There's not a better group of guys to do for that city. And I tell you right now, man, you can rip up those 1918s and bring up those 2004s. They can start making their own signs for the Yankees.
What's that curse thing? What's that thing all about?
No such thing. This group never believed in that, and that's why we're champions.
You're a world champ, man. How's it feel?
Unbelievable. We won 8 in a row. First team to ever do that, and we have broke this thing in 86 years. Man, what a better group of guys, man. I'm telling you, this group of guys believed.
You're a world champ, man. I mean, think about that. Growing up in high school here around St. Louis, you're a world champ in your own home state.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, just got to thank God first and foremost because this is a God-given talent to be able to play this game and be at this level. And, you know, all the attention should be on him at all times. And this is just an amazing, amazing thing to be able to experience.
What do you have to say to Red Sox fans?
Come on. No.
All right, the newest member of Red Sox Nation, Saturday Night's Live, Jimmy Fallon. What's up,
How you
Jimmy?
doing, Val?
How you doing?
Dude, what's up? I said, wicked pisser. Dude, having the best time. Wicked pisser. Come on, Cameron, let's go. Wicked pisser. These are the real fans. Right here, baby. Yeah, Red Sox Nation, baby. We did it. This makes no sense.
Talk about the movie coming out.
Let's go. We're doing this movie called Fever Pitch. Comes out in April with the Farrelly Brothers and Drew Barrymore. And we started when they were 10.5 games out, and now they won the World Series. It makes no sense. This, like Boston fans everywhere, thank you so much. Give a shout out to Yoki Way. It's having pisser. Wicked pisser. Let's go, pisser. Dude, the craziest. Come on,
Back to you, David and Maria.
back to you, David and Maria.
This is unbelievable. Jimmy Fallon taking control of the microphone down in St. Louis, and he's having fun. Can we say that chant on television?
Look at,
He's
no,
still going at it.
Jimmy Fallon, our new reporter here at
That's
Fox
right here.
25.
At Fox 25, you're right. Let's head upstairs now, way upstairs to Sky Fox, because Doug Meehan still keeping an eye over the celebration in Kenmore Square. What's it look like, Doug?
Well, David, actually, we've moved the camera down a little bit back to where we were before, down by the lower end of Brookline Avenue. But as you can see, they did a great job of clearing this out. But if you stay with me, I'm going to plan the camera back up towards Fenway, back up to the Casket Flag, and you can see how clear the road is right now. That's the Mass Pike, and some folks are still standing outside just at the corner of lands down at Brookline, but as you can see, they've done a great job as some folks try to exit the bar there, and this has been actually a pretty good spot. They've been pretty peaceful here, and as I come back down towards Kenmore Square and pull out, you'll see a greater number of people that are still here. Obviously, you have some that are still deciding to celebrate with some fireworks, and we've seen quite a bit of this today or tonight, and we have seen several arrests, and we have actually seen several injuries, at least 3 or 4 people that have been taken away in ambulances and put in the back of stretchers. What they've done is they've really made a point of blocking the different roads, and they're more strategically placed, the police officers are. As we know, they're probably well over 700 police officers, perhaps even reaching 1,000, with officers coming in from various cities and towns around the city of Boston to help out not only the local Boston police and state police, but as I mentioned, officers from other surrounding towns and communities. You can see how the command post is set up over here, and what they've done is they've blocked this road, and as folks come out, they decide to take a walk down the street. They just point them in the direction down Comm Ave and just give it the old, keep on walking, keep on moving. And I think as folks do that, they don't run into any problems. It's when you get those large congregations of partygoers, and that's where the problems start to erupt. But for the most part, this is, I would say, a better and well-behaved group tonight. Surprisingly, I think we were all sitting on the verge of what we thought of might have been Armageddon out here, based on the fact that this hasn't happened in over almost 100 years. But still, they've, I think the way in which Boston police decided to handle this situation by blocking off the various and different roads and not allowing the crowds to get as large in a massive area that they did last time. So there's still plenty of people out here celebrating, a lot of dancing in the streets and a lot of high fives, but only a few people that have decided to take it that one step further, at least from what we can see here. Here you go. There's some folks that decided that, you know what, we'll dance and clap as opposed to maybe throwing bottles and getting in people's way. That's the latest from Skyfox. We're keeping an eye on things for you here. If we see something, we'll be sure to bring it to you.
All right, Doug, thank you very much. Well, that's the way you're supposed to celebrate, by dancing and clapping. Well, as we told you, we've been telling you all night long, Boston police have confirmed 1 arrest. We did show you some video a little bit earlier of someone else who was taken into custody. We don't know the situation with that particular person at this point. You are looking live at a Boston police line. They have been moving in all night long, making sure that they're pushing these people back, making sure that things stay in control.
Okay, and those people, as you can see, the police officers still doing what they've been doing all night. They basically set up a barricade, told people, you want to celebrate, you celebrate in front of this line, and that's exactly what the people are doing. It's a little bit dark, but every once in a while you see somebody bopping by in a Red Sox white home jersey, right, jumping up and down, yelling, "Go Red Sox," and so far, so good. And what you're looking at now is live pictures from St. Louis. Yes, they're celebrating down there as well. This gentleman, obviously, from Boston with his Massachusetts license plate, Red Sox 04. We no longer see Jimmy Fallon, though, standing in the middle of that crowd with the Fox 25 microphone.
No, but we see hundreds of happy fans in St. Louis, here in Massachusetts. Hey, all over the world, there's a Red Sox fan who's happy tonight. We have a lot more coming up. Stay with us.
Never underestimate a parent's ability to mortify his child.
The television phenomenon is back.
Oh my God, the yard guy?
On a brand new night.
Will you give me a copy of this document? That's the lunch menu.
The OC season premiere, Thursday, November 4th on Fox.
Hey, you want a ride?
No thanks, man.
Hey, need a lift?
Thanks anyway.
The only choice for a go-to guy, Ford F-150, #1 in sales for 27 straight years.
Hey, man, hop on in. So where you headed?
Boston. Gotta break an 86-year-old curse.
See your New England Ford dealer.
If you're thinking of voting for George Bush, think about this. His tax cuts for the wealthy have pushed the deficit to a record high. He's done nothing while healthcare costs have soared. He's lost more jobs than any president in 75 years, and over 1,000 soldiers have died in a war poorly planned. But no one can tell him he's wrong. Why would the next 4 years be any different? The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
Are you kidding me? I never miss playing poker with my friends at partypoker.com.
Play poker anywhere, anytime you want at partypoker.com. Go to partypoker.com, click download now, and join thousands of others at partypoker.com. It's fun and easy.
That's what they're chanting. Theo, congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, this is just, put it into words, can you?
86 years and worth every second. And I'm so proud of all our great fans. Look at them here. And the ones who supported this year's team, the ones who supported the team for generations and generations, all the guys in that clubhouse, the manager, the coaching staff, the scouts, our front office, so much went into this, blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm just so happy for everybody.
You answered so many questions this week from so many different people. You were so gracious with all of them, but you were very confident in letting them know that you're here to win, and that's what you're doing. But to have your family here, to think about that, everyone wants to talk about your age, but you must be so proud of what you and your organization have accomplished, and have your family here is cool, too.
It's awesome, being a Boston kid and suffering with my family through many tough endings to seasons. It's incredible to be able to celebrate with them here tonight. But all our fans, they don't just wake up and they're Red Sox fans all of a sudden. You earn it by going through some tough times, and now they can always point to this unbelievable year, 2004, when it was all worthwhile. So.
Congrats, Theo, and thanks for all your help along the way. All right, take care, Theo. Theo Epstein, Red Sox GM. Thank you, Theo. These fans are unbelievable out here, David and Maria. They are just unbelievable. You saw them with Jimmy Fallon. It's incredible out here.
And it's actually a very class act. It's a class act by St. Louis to let the fans hang around that long.
You were in New York. You saw it there too. It's great.
What Butch is talking about is that last week when we were in New York after Game 7, it was great. They let the Red Sox fans hang out for about a half hour or so, and then all of a sudden they had enough and they said, okay, everyone out. But we are well beyond a half hour now, and St. Louis, the folks there at Busch Stadium, allowing the Red Sox fans to hang out and celebrate.
A live picture right now outside of Fenway Park where police presence is heavy. They are there. They are trying to keep these crowds under control. Thousands of people just, of course, like they did last week, just flooded down that area when we won the World Series. And the difference between this week and last week is you see the police in these situations tonight really moving the crowd through, making sure that things stay just the way they are, people dancing and celebrating. There have been some problems, there have been some arrests, but from what we can tell right now, nothing too bad at this point.
As we look at the pictures of the Brookline Ave, the bridge going over the Mass Pike, let's head just a couple of streets away now to Fox 25's Dan Janig, standing by with the very latest. He just left those crowds. What can you tell us, Dan?
Yeah, David, I actually came from Boylston Street. I was with Angelica Thornton just one street up. What they're doing at that street is they actually have a line of police in riot gear trying to move the crowds down Boylston Street. In doing that, they are having some problems. We just witnessed another arrest, so I can report, at least on Boylston Street, at least 2 arrests, and one of them you're looking at right here. Police arrested this man a short while ago. We excuse the moving video, but it's unedited raw video just from the scene here. This is one of 2 people arrested. The second person arrested actually laid face down in front of police in that riot gear, and they picked him up. There are some people throwing some things. There are some people who are causing a little bit of problem, but for overall, there haven't been too many problems, at least here on Boylston Street. And I want to be clear in my reporting that this is nothing like it was Game 7 against New York. This is a bunch of people, hundreds of people actually, hundreds of kids on Boylston Street. You can see these live pictures, and they're just trying to break this crowd up. But that front line where they're actually meeting police in riot gear versus the students and some of the other people here is where there are some problems and at least 2 arrests at this point. David, Maria?
All right, Dan, thank you very much for that report, and stand by because we're going to try to go back to you as we continue throughout this hour.
Well, tonight was a very special night for families all over New England, including our political editor, Joe Battenfeld, and here's why.
This is an awesome story.
It is. 18 years ago, Joe, there he is right there in the hat, and his brother Paul were about to pop the cork of a bottle of champagne as the Red Sox were about to win the World Series. This is 18 years ago. you know what happened in 1986. But what Joe didn't know is that his brother Paul